come once again to discuss things.
No, we don't have a second. We gotta go right now.
Welcome back to Ian's House of Holiday Wonder. I'm your Yuletide host, Ozzy Griffin, with Connor Nielsen, Milan Jeftik, and tonight's Geeky gentleman is talking about Christmas and all its music. Prepare to have fun, Internet.
Right. Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Geeky Gentleman Holiday Month, the month in which we discuss things related to the holidays. I'm shying away from calling it Christmas just in case we end up doing a video titled, What the Fuck is Kwanzaa About? So, anyway, Connor was unable to...
That's so racist. Oh my god. Why would you say that?
What the fuck is Kwanzaa about, though? What the fuck is,
I'm joking.
Do?
I don't
Is
even
it
know.
Black Hanukkah?
Yeah, it's just like... Yeah, they
Anyway,
wear such colorful costumes. They look like African Christmas
Okay,
trees.
no. Let me get into it. Otherwise, it's just gonna get too silly way too fast. So anyway, Connor couldn't come up with a topic last week, and I just came up with this. This has been stewing in my head ever since I thought about us doing Holiday Month, and I wanted to have something ready to go. So I wanted to talk about Christmas music, and we can just go around robin here real quick, and everyone can give some really brief, Milan, that means brief, thoughts on their general feelings toward Christmas music. I'll just go ahead and start with being the cynical son of a bitch that I always am. I fucking can't stand 90% of Christmas music. It is just awful in every conceivable way to me. And
Well, that's because you have no soul, Ian. Where your heart should be. Is the
Yeah, but no, seriously, I mean, you drew me as the Grinch for one of our Christmas title cards in the past, and seriously, that fits, man. That totally fits. I fucking can't stand Christmas music. So, Connor, how about you?
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. How do I put this? I like Christmas music the way I like fast food burger chains. They all have the same things, burger, fries, some soda. But what you do with those burger, fries, and soda is kind of the novelty of it. I mean, I kind of dig it as a novelty. From December 1st to 25th, all I listen to is Christmas music. And then it goes away for 11 months, and then I come back to it. And, around June or July, I'll have a hankering to listen to a couple.
Whoa. What was that?
I'm not really in the mood, but then I get myself in the mood. Oh, I cut out?
Gotcha. Yeah, just briefly, but we got the gist of it. How about you, Ozzy?
It's corporate whoring, usually at its worst.
Yes,
And
God
damn it, it's still fun to listen to. So
You
just all of that all at once. But yeah, I can see why if you overdose on this stuff, yeah, of course you're gonna dislike it. It's like when your dad forced you to smoke that full pack of cigarettes and he catches you with. It's like you're gonna listen to every one of these Christmas songs and you're gonna friggin' like him. I'm like, I don't want to do that many. Yes, you do.
Yeah. Okay, how about you, Milan? Milan? Hello? Earth to Milan. Milan, come in.
Oh, yes. Fucking Christmas music is of the devil. No, it's actually a lie. I like Christmas music. That's only because when you hear Christmas music, you imagine horrible scenes of violence happening to strangers. Doesn't that happen to you? You just hear Twinkle Little Star, and you just imagine just horrible landscapes of apocalyptic horror. You don't.
Yeah.
No.
There we go.
Oh.
You're the only one, apparently.
That's a lie. So many people, they look at Christmas.
I don't know. He's got a point. It's actually a torture technique used in Guantanamo Bay. That if you have seriously, you play the same piece of music over and over and over again, it will induce psychosis.
Well, like, honestly, I don't think anyone else envisioned apocalyptic landscapes until now. And now, best of luck listening to a Christmas song without having the most horrible imagery pop up in your head. Everyone, thank you, Milan.
Thank you.
You know
No,
what I
so, like,
miss?
I guess I'll
Just
explain
that
kind of my-
contrast between wonderful songs, a wonderful stereotype of happiness overlaid over this thing called reality where people die. I like happy music over horrible things. Is that so wrong?
Yeah. No, I enjoy that trope quite a bit. I mean, Stuck in the Middle with You and Reservoir Dogs is a fantastic choice.
I'm
let's be honest
singing in the rain.
And
Yep,
Bioshock
Singing
did
in
it
the
well,
Rain
too.
and Clockwork Orange. It's a good trope. That's a trope I can enjoy. But anyway, so like I guess I'll get into my reasoning behind why I dislike Christmas music so much. So I work at a retail store. And working at a retail store means one thing. They play the radio on pop stations all fucking day.
Oy.
And when you play the radio on pop stations all day, you'll notice that radio stations tend to play the same song 2 or 3 times an hour because it's what's popular. Now, Christmas is the one time where you get away from that, but it actually gets significantly worse because not only do they play the same song, but they'll play 3 versions of the same song in 1 hour by different artists. And that's just fucking maddening.
Yeah.
And I can't stand it. And then you start to realize how many of the songs sound exactly the same and have the exact same message behind them and meaning. And so many Christmas songs, like I said, 90% of Christmas songs.
Hang on. I'm supposed to be conspiracy theorist here, okay? I'm the one that's be drawing connections that aren't there.
Well, it's not a connection that's out there. It's just like it's all the same message. Family and holidays and happiness and little kids enjoy it and it's romantic and a magical time of year. No, it's fucking consumerist bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's consumerist
It's fun,
bullshit, man. It's consumerist bullshit. Fuck you. It's a wonderful expression of the thing that brings us all together as a race of humans.
You know why they play Christmas music in stores during the holidays is so you
It's
buy more
brainwashing, I
shit.
know. That's the thing. That's
All
how
right,
it gives. It's our
pass around
totem.
a spliff here. All right.
Quiet. Let me tell you the meaning of Christmas, dear Ozzy.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go.
See, it is only a time where the earth makes the place that you live in cool, and the winds from the north come down and make your soul cold from the, your bones jangly and jingly and whatever. And then, but in this horrible time of winter and death, you need something to counteract that sense of horror that Mother Nature has turned its back on you. You need, my friend, the illusion of a happiness that there is summer just a few months away. This cold time shall pass. So we get a fat man with a beard. He usually gets crucified. Oh, am I? No.
You're taking the
There are
jazz.
there's reindeer and shit, and a Jew stabs you in the back for a few shekels, or
Yeah, okay, let's go ahead.
anyway,
and
we
breaks a
need
little bit.
we need that sense of happiness and glory to keep us sane in the winter months, and that's about it. Just because it happens to be about consumerism, hey, you don't have to stay inside and die. Go out and buy some shit for your family. Because you might die in the snow, So buy
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know. It's just like I genuinely dislike the idea of trying to sell me a family-friendly, happy times message and then connecting it to buy our shit, buy our shit, buy our shit.
That's why we need a counter Christmas, Hey, there'll be like ads on the TV. Hey, have you slaughtered your morning dew fucking lamb? Have you killed a goat with a hammer
That was a
for
great
Krampus? You gotta do some that's what makes fucking drink mead and an orgy. An orgy on Christmas time. Everyone's fucked up on acid
That's
and
actually
mushrooms.
closer to what Christmas was originally about.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta bring that shit
Sure.
back. You know?
So, okay, we'll take the rope away from Milan before he manages to hang all of us, and I'll let Connor just go for something, since he's the only one here that I think legitimately enjoys Christmas songs in a full way. So, Connor, go ahead and take us somewhere.
So, maybe I'm not as cynical as I think I might be. When I hear Christmas music, I see it more as like a backdrop of sorts. You're not really listening to it. It's more ambient noise to get you in a mood and like a state of mind. And yes, you're trying to connect that to buying stuff. I know that's the corporate like idea behind it and whatnot. But if that's like, to me, I'm someone who's kind of aware of what I want to do, and I don't think I can get like mind controlled by song and whatnot. But what?
I mean, it's the same reason, to connect to your fast food example, it's the same reason why a lot of fast food chains will have red and yellow in their colors painted on the walls, because it subconsciously makes you hungry. Like, even if you don't realize that it's making you want to buy shit, it's making you want to buy shit.
Well,
you're just a fucking meat suit, man.
But, okay, how do I put this? I will attest that
I have I've got that shit copyrighted, Ian, so please.
Oh my God.
Like, I expect a fucking $1 every time a motherfucker uses that goddamn phrase.
Okay,
Thank you,
anyway,
Donald
go ahead. Keep going.
I was just gonna say that I think that with the exception of like a very small handful of Christmas tunes, none of them are that great of composed pieces of work. Now, every once in a while you'll get a decent album. Like, I mean, I like Michael Bublé's Christmas stuff because he has that sound. He's a crooner, so it kind of has that draw to like your Bing Crosby and your Frank Sinatras and whatnot. And so I don't know. I think as far as auditory level, it's pleasing to mine ear. But I mean, of course, not every Christmas song can be as amazing as "Step Into Christmas" by Elton John, which might be the most consumerist of them all.
Well, like, I like some. Like, That Handsome Devil did a cover of Mr. Grinch, and I mean, to be fair, it starts out with "You're a bastard, Mr. Grinch," but I mean, it's a really cool version. I like, Jingle Bell Rock I can get into, and when they add a really distinct style of music to it, I can enjoy a song, but it's so many versions. Like, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas is nothing but annoying as shit. I don't care what anyone says.
Well,
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I want a hippopotamus for you.
Yeah, it's a song for kids about being annoying kids. Jeez, man,
Yeah,
that's
makes
why
me
it
wanna
breaks
pull
on your
off
nerves.
my ear.
Yeah,
It makes
okay,
me-
I get that.
No,
I get
no
that.
song that is being played over the airwaves should make me wish I was born deaf. Thank you, Connor, for being my laugh gallery. Connor, you should go. Whatever you're planning to do with your life, you should quit and just become a member of live studio audiences.
Okay.
Anyway, no, like I really can't stand something like All I Want for Christmas is My Two Front Teeth. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. And then there are other ones that get like, they're really, really outdated because we should really stop playing some songs from the 50s.
Oh,
like,
my
Bitch, why are you going outside? Hey,
yeah,
bitch.
really. Maybe
I
it's cold
wanna
outside.
give me
It's
some
really-
of that old pussy, bitch.
Creepy date rape song.
It is
I love
cold.
those.
I-
Just like
Like, no, I was legitimate. I listened to it earlier today, and at one point she says, the answer is no, and he keeps going for it, man.
well, he's
Say what's in
persistent.
this drink.
Yeah, men back
Yeah.
then were goddamn persistent. Like they fucking took what they wanted. Goddamn it! Like they would not just give up. They would say, "Bitch, you gonna fuck tonight. You will stay in the house because there is fucking Sasquatches and sand. No, fucking snow."
Maybe It's Cold Outside is the ultimate men's rights Christmas song. They play that all the right parts.
Oh shit! Those
I
motherfuckers
hate
is-
this. I hate.
Oh.
I will give the feminist movement one thing. that is a good song as a litmus test. Any guy who doesn't get that, yeah, that song starts to sound a bit creepy by the end. Just doesn't get it.
That creepy. Look, if the roles were reversed, I would fucking love, just imagine a girl saying that, bitch, you ain't going, I'm gonna get some of that dick. And then it's just like, honey, I'm
It's
tired.
still really rapey and inappropriate, though.
No, but still, it's not, it's kind of cute when a girl does it, No,
because I mean, it's actually creepier if it's a woman, because then it's a guy who's trying to be all polite and leave, and she's like, no, and you're like, oh shit,
It's misery
this
all
is
over
scary.
again.
I actually,
is
those type of girls, that fucking wave a kitchen knife at you and say, you are going to fuck tonight. And it's like, that's dangerous with Russian.
If you have some issues that you need to go get worked out, this is not the place for that.
That's all Russian women. That's why I can't do them anymore. I'm switched to black woman. Okay. Russian women,
Anyway.
they're horrible.
Anyway.
Black woman.
Anyway.
Black
Anyway.
woman is sexy. No, I will. No, black woman is sexy. Why do you overshadow this point?
Ozzy, please, for the love of God,
you don't
save
like
us.
black
Anyway,
woman.
like I was saying before,
Goddamn.
it's a litmus test. I mean, that's one thing about Christmas songs. They cover the whole range of emotions, like tripod. Aussie
everything
music.
from rape to missing your children.
Yeah, that's I'll be coming home this Christmas. A true story. There was a guy I know. I already talked about him to Ian once off show, but he was serving in the Marine Corps overseas, and the song "I'll Be Coming Home This Christmas" actually got him to break down and cry because he was really, really far away from his hometown. And hear him describe it, it's like the perfect slice of Americana.
And I mean, what's the one where they have a new version of it where they always bring in like audio recording of troops saying hi to their family.
That must be an American thing. We don't do that over here.
No, it is. Like, I don't know, Connor, have you heard that come up?
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Yeah, like that one. Like, I mean, it gets to you. It tugs on your heartstrings, and it's meant to.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. I got the point really early on in that, and I get like, more people saying hi to their families.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's one of those things where you can't help but get a little attached to that, because, that's a real person, at least.
Yeah, sure.
That's not bad. I can get behind that. It's... actually, if you want a different take on it, there's an American singer-songwriter on YouTube called Roy Zimmerman. You got to remember, I always delineate between America and Australia and everywhere else on the planet. However, he did a version of that as an anti-war protester called "I Won't Be Coming Home This Christmas." If you want a different take on it, that's a different take.
Yeah.
And like I said,
it reminds me of Joe Frank's Ode to War. Joe Frank, who's a NPR radio personality that had a show come on at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it just sounded like a crazy man in his basement who'd taken over the air. He did a poem for Memorial Day in which he called it an ode to war, and he's just like talking about all these crazy things. And he's like, there are no medals for peace. The very notion of one nation declaring peace on another shocks the imagination.
That's an interesting take. Anyway,
it's kind of just goofy silliness where he's just getting more and more absurd with it. He's like, here's to war, here's to the mustard gas and the last cigarette smoked in its honor. It gets really crazy, but that's just what you reminded me of. No, I mean,
the connection is horrible. What the fuck, man?
Well, no, he was talking about an anti-war thing, and that's what it reminded me of.
No, dude, there's this horrible in the sound. What the fuck is that?
That might be my computer. Hang on a sec. Let me mute my microphone. You guys tell me whether you can still hear it.
Hello?
Hola.
I'm not hearing
Hello?
anything.
Hi.
I'm not hearing anything. I think that might
Did that
just
change
be
it?
Yeah, I guess it's just my shit. It's all going crazy.
All right. Anyway, there's some songs where like clearly you can get some kind of emotional connection out of it. I mean, maybe that one hits me a little bit more because my dad was in the military at one point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's one of those things where like you can't help but get tied to them sometimes, and that's what I think pisses me off about him more. Is like sometimes if you're not on guard, you will start to feel like that tug at your heartstrings a little bit, and then you just realize that they're just playing it to make you buy shit. So it just makes me even more bitter. I'm like, fuck your store, I'm not buying your goddamn shit. I'm gonna go home, listen to like rage metal, and then buy stuff online. My family fucks. I just get really shitty about it because it's so fake, it's so Hallmark movie-ish, and it just pisses me off.
Okay,
About
I guess
Hitler.
I guess we can now like divide these into two categories: consumerism or anti-war. Those are like the only two real Christmas songs there are.
Hello, religion kind of comes up at Christmas. Don't know why.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's your gospel stuff and what, but
Really?
I don't know. You got like Little Drummer Boy and what's some other religious Christmas songs?
Silent Night.
Where do you want to? How many do you want me to list off?
Go for it.
Dude, there's a lot of Christmas songs that
Just go.
Just
don't tell me how many there are. Just go.
Christmas
Okay,
in the Southern Hemisphere. There's a whole bunch have been written just to express Christmas from a non-snow angle. Christ,
Okay, I stand corrected. There's three categories you can put Christmas songs into.
Thank you.
Yes, I also Do You Hear What I Hear and all that kind
Yeah,
of.
I mean, like there's plenty. Like there's the religious angle, and being an atheist that really doesn't do it for me
Carol
because.
of the Bells from France.
Oh, Carol of the Bells is good though. I like Carol.
I gotta say, okay, as someone who does identify as a Christian, I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Sorry.
So-
You grow up Catholic. Every year it's the choir. Singing's a big part of Aussie Catholic culture. I say Aussie Catholic because like we've got a lot of traditions that do not translate to other countries.
Yeah. No, but like for me, the religious aspect of it doesn't really work because so much of it isn't actually related to actual Christian mythology. It's just the whole Catholic Church trying to appeal to pagans thing. So I just like kind of like roll my eyes at it because it's even manipulative hundreds of years ago, and we've just convinced ourselves that it's not, that's the actual history. Like you go watch the Boondocks Christmas episode,
Yeah, I remember
and
that episode.
Huey has this great line where he explains the true history of Christmas to his granddad, and his granddad just like loses interest, and he goes, Huey, it's boring, blah blah Christmas, blah blah gay sex.
It does it from his point of view, and all you hear is the Charlie Brown style. Christmas. Yeah, and eventually he goes, boy, I'm not going to have any Scrooging in this house.
No, it's just like Boondocks really gets it. It's just the whole. I am a bitter old man when it comes to Christmas. Call me a Scrooge or a Grinch all you want. I don't give a fuck because it's really hard to argue against me.
Well, look, there's a time like Milan was saying before, and if you take it from the Nordic countries' perspective, or any place north of a certain latitude, it gets friggin' cold, dark, and now he goes. Just as I'm actually saying he got something right. It gets cold, dark, and miserable for a big chunk of the year. And when it does that, screw it. You may as well craft some toys, spend some time indoors. Might as well swap stories with your family. Got nothing better to do. And slowly eat through the big stockpile of rations you put in there so you don't starve to death.
Fair enough. I don't know. It's one of those things where like I listen to some Christmas music, and like I say, I've mixed out because I'm not going to say 100% because some of them I do enjoy, and some of the covers I do enjoy. And sometimes it's really cool to hear like a really unique take on a quote unquote classic Christmas song. Let's just go around real quick because I already mentioned mine, the cover of The Grinch by That Handsome Devil. Does anyone else have like a cool cover of a Christmas song they can think of that they really like?
I really like Trans-Siberian Orchestra doing like Christmas canon. It's like they took canon and then added like a choir of kids singing it and made it into like a Christmas sounding thing. It's really kind of cool.
I know they did Carol of the Bells, and I really like their version.
Yeah,
of that.
I mean, their Carol of the Bells, I thought it was the awesomest thing in the world, like a while ago. And I don't know, maybe I just got burnt out on it, but it doesn't do much for me anymore. I really like their Christmas canon. It has this very quiet, simplicity to it.
Okay, how about you, Milan? Any covers of Christmas songs that you think really stand out as really good?
I don't really know. The thing is, with me, most of my Christmas song things really are just Russian Orthodox choir. When I think of Christmas, I think of that. But it's like you think of American Christmas. I guess, what the fuck is that? Ozzy, stop fucking typing, you motherfucker.
Sorry.
God damn it. But anyway, yeah, when I think of American Christmas, you think like Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, right? Like that whole thing. Like Russian Christmas is more like
more just sad and depressing.
No, it's not. That's the thing. It's
like all Russian things.
No, it's like quite the opposite actually.
Like
it's quite the opposite. I'm trying to be sincere, you motherfucker.
Okay.
His father was like, "You do not
goddamn black-hearted motherfucker, half Arab-looking bastard. God damn it! Fucking talking shit about Russian Christmas, motherfucker. Piece of shit. What the fuck?
Okay.
It's Christmas time, motherfucker. It's Christmas. It's time for cheer and joy and all that shit. And I don't want your fucking nonsense making this beautiful time of the year feel like shit. So fuck you, motherfucker.
Merry Christmas, damn it.
Man. Fucking Christmas, eh? Fuck yeah. I'm drinking something.
Okay, how about you, Ozzy?
I didn't even fucking tell my fucking thing.
Yeah, come on,
interrupted you, motherfucker. You piece of shit, goddammit. Anyway, so when I really do like the kind of Grinch song with That Handsome Devil. I want them to do Jingle Bell Rock or something like that. I want to see them do Christmas music. Just this fucking cold, black, fucking cynical fucking ass fucking Jingle Bell shit. Fuck. You're gonna die, you motherfucker. That Handsome Devil. Blah.
Yeah, I mean, That Handsome Devil has some fantastic covers. I don't think I've ever thought of a band that's ballsy enough to do I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt. In like a... What do you... I guess the closest thing I could call That Handsome Devil is ska, but that's a really shit way to describe them.
What the fuck is ska?
It's where it's basically like punk metal with saxophone, but even then that doesn't get close enough.
It's punk with the horn section. Like... Done correctly, it's actually pretty good music.
Yeah, anything done correctly is fucking good. But in the majority of things, you know, good shit is good
like
shit.
Steampunk themed music, the majority of
it. Just go listen to... Everyone, I'll put a link in the description. Go listen to That Handsome Devil's Mr. Grinch. It's really cool. They do scats at the end of it. That's awesome.
Nice.
Anyway, Ozzy, how about you? What's a good cover of a Christmas song that you like?
Well, given that I grew up around carols, and believe it or not, I actually love singing. I was just going to say, it's an Australian Christmas carol called The Three Drovers. If you can do it, any version that's got a good choir that's well-trained to do it, comes off amazingly. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. One thing from the southern hemisphere, this is how we do Christmas. And let me tell you, like me, I love choiral singing. I love a harmony of voices, and any whether it's carols by candlelight, which is kind of an Aussie institution. Here, it's like a big TV presentation. They get some washed up actors and some current theatre stars in there to do it. Anytime you can get a good version of that, it's good. It's good. The trick is just to balance the negative sound. It's kind of like negative space in illustration, if you know that. So yeah, like I said, that's definitely one I'd recommend.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like some of the parody Christmas songs. Those are fun too. Like it's like an a cappella group did this cover of 12 Days of Christmas, but they just mixed a bunch of other songs into it. Like at one point they're singing Rains Down in Africa, but they're saying Christmas Down in Africa.
Nice.
It's like at one point in the song, just one dude starts singing dreidel, 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 and they're like, no dude, Christmas. And like, so, I mean, there's some stuff like that I can enjoy, but no, just the overwhelming majority of it just fucking banging my head up against a post by the end of the month. And, like, it's worse because it keeps happening earlier and earlier. Like, I've been spared, for the love of God, the last couple of years at work that they waited until after Thanksgiving. But I remember one year, I marked the date of the first Christmas song I heard, and it was fucking October 19th.
Whoa!
And I was ready to just scream.
I wish I could have been there for that. I could just imagine the song comes on, your face just like freezes. You just stand up from whatever you're doing. You just walk out of the room. You find the nearest calendar you can fit. You take a switchblade from your back pocket, which you keep all of them, of course. Jam it into that date on the
racist.
calendar, and then just
He just
book
assumes that because I'm Hispanic, I carry around a switchblade. That's a little racist.
I hadn't thought of that anyway. Lord knows I don't know people with knives here in Australia that are no way Hispanic. So if
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I was saying. But I was just going to say, no, you just put a dagger in the wall through that date on the calendar, and then just take the next flight to wherever the hell the guy who runs the radio station lives. You know, that's kind of what I'm envisioning there.
Pretty much. No, so it's just Christmas music is one of those things where I have a mostly hate relationship with it, but I will admit to enjoying some of it. It's just like, honestly, I could deal with Christmas music if it were normal radio play, and then maybe once or twice an hour, we got a Christmas song, and then the only time that they play Christmas music 24 hours a day is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That would be appropriate. But it's that it's played for months, plural, months at times, and that's just ridiculous. And so when people make this argument, it's like, oh no, it warms the cockles of your heart and it makes you feel good, and it's about celebrating this family holiday. I just go, fuck you.
Can I leap in on the other side, on the social side of Christmas carols for a second?
Go for it.
All right, now, Milan, you may remember this. A couple of years ago, remember how there was that band? Oh, I've forgotten who it was. I think it was Status Quo, did an advertising campaign for the Coles supermarkets.
Nope.
Anyway, you couldn't have watched TV for like more than 2 hours without seeing one of their ads. And in the stores, they were playing the song that they modified for the friggin' commercial on high rotation. You know, rotation is how often per day you hear it. And with a lot of staff started just getting so sick of it that one or two of them seriously looked at their options for suing Coles for subjecting them over and over to the same crappy, well, it wasn't crappy, to be fair, they're good rockers. However, to the same material over and over, the psychosis-inducing music. And, you know, I've got to say, this is one of the reasons why suicide rates skyrocket during friggin' the holiday season, because no, seriously, you've got everyone going, you should be happy, you should be happy, you should be happy, and anyone who's like, I'm not happy, is gonna feel a lot worse when everyone's saying there's no reason not to be happy during the holidays, or is basically...
Well, I mean, to be fair, you are kind of like reminded, or at least made to think that everyone else is happy. Because like the rest of the year, it's not shoved in your face, the idea that everyone is happy and that you're the exception. Like people that feel depression certainly feel that way, but it's not necessarily evident all around them, or at least shown to be evident. Even if it's not the case.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it's
when
not
it comes
as bad.
around Christmas time, it's like that. It's shown as if it's the norm, and then there's
the game.
Yeah. It's just, and like that is really a desperate situation, and you know what can you do? Oh, I got an idea. Maybe don't flaunt the fucking holiday to death, because it really is like the only reason Christmas is the big deal that it is as like this month-long holiday is because it's the only time of year that companies really start to see profits skyrocket. So they just want to extend and market themselves further and further and let you know, oh, look at all these great things we have that you can get people. And so I just tune out to it because it's like, it makes it, even if I were to agree that a Christmas song might have a particularly good message about family or the Christmas spirit, whatever the fuck you want to say. Even if I were to agree with that, I would ultimately disavow that by the time it's played in a Christmas commercial for whatever product. Because at that point, it doesn't matter. That it's completely cheapened the emotion because now it's just trying to sell me stuff. Now it's being used as a tool to sell me things, and I can't get emotionally attached to it at that point.
Yeah, but I think what you're doing right now is you're looking at Christmas music in other media, and so when I listen to like Christmas music, I'm not really thinking about the message of the song because it's all the same message. It's all the same message. I mean, for me, if I'm just listening to some light background music, is it catchy? Is it upbeat? Am I feeling something at all? If I'm not, I'll probably just turn the radio down. If I am, turn it up. I think that when you turn into like, oh, it's in a commercial, I don't understand why that has to like lower your enjoyment of a song.
I think that I guess I should explain. For me, songs are, the beat, the musical stuff is important, but since I have absolutely no musical talent whatsoever, like I can't sing, dance, can't even keep a beat, there's this one video game that I'm actually really, really good at, but there's one music puzzle in it where all you have to do is keep a dead simple beat, and it takes me like 20 minutes to get through that part of the level. Music can always be secondary in songs, though I can talk about it and think it's good. But for me, music is 90% about lyrics. So I'm going to enjoy something because I enjoy the lyrical quality, the lyrical poetry of it. And so when I listen to any song, if I'm going to consider it good or bad, it's going to be based almost entirely on the lyrics.
Well, that's fascinating because I've studied music theory and music. I've played violin for years and years and played guitar for years, and so to me, I always listen to the music, and lyrics are honestly secondary to me. So that's an interesting difference between us then.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly get that. And I don't want to say like lyrics are more important, but for me to enjoy something, the lyrics have to be good. Or I mean, that's not necessarily true. There are plenty of songs. There are plenty of songs I like that are just that have like really, let's say, shoddy at best lyrical quality, but I don't care because of that guitar part is so awesome or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
I can
by
understand
and large,
that. I can understand.
Yeah, by and large, for me, it all comes down to lyrics. So that's why when I see it in another medium, it poisons the meaning of the song.
Okay.
And so I see like a Target commercial that's buy our shit, buy our shit, buy our shit, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck you. This song is just being used as poison now, and like, so even if it had a meaning, I don't care anymore because now I'm gonna think about is buy our shit, buy our shit, buy our shit.
Hang on.
I should probably say another Christmas cover I love is the Bare Naked Ladies rendition of "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen." It's pretty awesome.
Now that
was always such a disappointing name as a preteen.
What?
When I was a kid, that was always such a disappointing name for a band because I heard the name of the band. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta listen to their music. I'm like, oh wait, these aren't naked ladies.
That's gonna do it. Yeah.
I can see music.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can see music.
I'm just like, you know what? I haven't said anything crazy for a while. Maybe I should jump in.
It's not crazy. Why do you think the shit that I say is crazy? I mean every single word.
Actually,
that doesn't make it not crazy.
No, the thing is, you're crazy. You're all crazy. I'm the one making sense.
Oh yeah, that you're really digging your own grave right now.
Guys, I was actually going to ask Milan a question just to flesh out the debate a bit. I've always said that the lyrics in a song should complement the music, because really the music and the tone, underscores the lyrics and it gives it the emotional weight. But Milan, I was just gonna say, man, there's a lot of people that can't stand Christmas. I was just gonna say, man, how do you like? I don't know about you guys, but I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't listen to a lot of radio. How do you get away from all that crap?
Milan?
And I think
I'm here.
Okay,
Um,
Well,
so
he asked you a question.
Yeah, I heard the question.
yeah, put you on the spot. I know.
Yeah, my dad's just standing here staring at me.
Not saying anything. Just
He's just
staring.
not. He's just staring at me.
And he's in
And
his
then he
underwear.
can't see.
Like I was gonna say, look, I can come back to you. with
He
that.
says hello to Obama.
Okay.
He said he's gonna have sex with Obama's mother.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a 81-year-old Bosnian man. I've been looking after him. But anyway, yeah. What was the question again?
Yeah. So
How do you get away from all the Christmas
yeah,
stuff?
I mean, I hate to say it, but if you get oversaturated with Christmas carols, which let's be honest, it can happen. Hell, oversaturation with Christmas can happen with any holiday, even when it's not Christmas, which is really disturbing.
Let me explain it to you.
Yep.
I do not wish to get away from Christmas. When I was a wee boy living in Moscow, this guy, the neighbor, would come over dressed as Santa Claus and bring us some gifts. And I was so happy at that time. I would always stay up in my little suit, running around. Yes, Ded Moroz idет, Ded Moroz idет. And then Ded Moroz would come. And I hugged him. The first time it happened, I believed it, and it was beautiful. The next year, Ded Moroz came, and I hugged him like always. He brought me a toy horse, the rocking horse. I hugged him, and then I saw a little bit of elastic on his cheek. And then I thought, oh no, Santa Claus is not real. I think I was about 2 at the time. But
This
yes.
explains a lot.
yeah, so yeah, I even in my heart of hearts, I knew, oh no, the older part of me. So there is no Santa Claus, Milan. Ded Moroz is not existing, and I was 2 years old. But I thought, you know what? Maybe I like this feeling in my chest, this feeling of happiness, so I'm gonna lie to myself to try to keep it aloft. and then it was a beautiful lie. Santa Claus is a beautiful lie for children.
Okay.
To,
Then.
to guard them from the dark times. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can get behind that. So
I'm on
what
some
about you,
good
man?
shit right now, man. It's great.
All right.
Have you guys been reading Claws by Morrison?
By who?
No.
Oh,
Okay, Connor, you're breaking up a bit.
should read it.
Yeah, Connor's breaking up.
Oh, hello.
Wow,
Okay, yeah,
that
okay.
sounded even worse.
No, you're much better now. Go ahead.
Claus is Grant Morrison's dark and gritty Santa Claus origin. It sounds
God.
stupid, but he makes it work because he's Grant Morrison.
That's funny.
Oh, Klaus with the cat.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, like the idea of lying to yourself to get you through the holidays is something that's probably more honest than most people would be willing to admit, Milan. So I'll give you that. I don't know, like my joke with holidays, and I don't know how much of a joke this is and how much this is just my personal philosophy. I have no idea why human beings go through this strange ritual of spending abhorrent amounts of time with people they don't like just because they happen to share some DNA on certain days of the year. I'll never understand that tradition. Because, I mean, like, you know, not to get too much into personal stuff, can everyone here really stand their extended family?
Yeah, for the
Like,
most
really?
part. Except for
No.
Yeah, really?
guy.
Yeah.
Except for one guy.
Yeah, see, like, that's the thing is, like, there are so many families where it's just, if you weren't related, you'd never hang out around this person. You have to admit there's at least one family member like that in your extended family, right?
Yeah,
you see-
my extended family, apart from my grandparents, like on both of my sides, I really like my grandparents, but my aunt and uncle and my cousins,
Yeah. And so, like, that's part of why the whole message of, oh, family togetherness. I'm like, yeah, but who has a family that they actually want to spend time with? Not to be too harsh, but I mean, come on.
Well, it's a bit different for me. For me, Christmas every year was it's funny Milan goes into his. There is one song that was always played when my family grew up in a growing neighborhood in the late mid 70s to the early 80s. That was when they were having all their kids, and they'd always play. And one girl who was about my sister's age, she's older than me. would always play "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by Celine Dion. It's a favorite song. I didn't include it in the favorite versions list because, I could take it or leave it. Yeah, the friggin' what do you call it? Every year when we're doing the Christmas thing, like I realized that my family spread out. I've got like relatives, like uncles and aunts everywhere across the continent. So yeah, I haven't seen enough of my extended family to get sick of them yet. Give them time, except for my paternal uncle, who's a douche. Anyway.
I was going to say,
sorry.
I barely see my extended family, to go off of your point, because I'm part of a pretty large blended family. My dad remarried to a woman who had two fraternal twin children that were like 11 now, and then a stepbrother and a stepsister who are in their 20s, and then my mom remarried to a man who doesn't have any kids, but he has a sister and a brother who have 2 kids, and I see them quite often. And then I have a twin brother and an 11-year-old younger brother, and we have a bunch of dogs. So it's like there's kind of a rowdy environment in just my regular family, and so I haven't seen. I see my grandparents like I live next door to my mom's grandparents, and I'm my mom's parents, but as far as my dad's parents, I don't ever see them like at all. And so then there's like my aunt and uncle. They live like only 2 hours south of me, but I see them like maybe once a year. And I don't even like, so the whole idea of like going and hanging out with family during Christmas, it's like, okay, I see my normal family unit on Christmas, but as far as like my extended family, maybe a couple hours in a year I'll see them. But
yeah, so like, and I don't want to get too personal or anything. I'm just saying, like, the idea of family togetherness is probably, it is certainly idealized to death in Christmas. And so,
yeah, don't get me wrong, it is way over idealized. You're managing. Let's just be dead honest here. It is still managing about what? My family. It's at max you've got about 10 people in the house. A lot of them are kids who are sugared up and causing trouble. And gosh, it was fun when I was that age. But
wait. Let me get in here, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. And I want to tell my favorite Christmas memory.
Oh, this one.
Okay, so we're at my aunt and uncle's for Christmas one year, and my uncle invited his brother, who is Cuban. And his brother and his wife brought a Cuban smoked turkey, and it was sitting there next to a regular oven baked turkey or whatever. And I'm a little kid, so I don't really know. So I asked my cousin Ramon, I say, what's the difference between the regular turkey and the Cuban smoked turkey? And the dude didn't miss a beat. He goes, this Cuban turkey came over on a door.
That's heavy.
So the Cuban people didn't get it. That was really funny.
I love Cubans, man.
Oh, sure, whatever. It just that was really harsh and made me laugh my ass off. I didn't get it when I was a kid, but as an adult, I've heard that story over and over, and I remember it, and I just laughed my ass off. So no, there's certainly, the idea of managing families and all that gets interesting, and I don't want to get too much into it just because it's something I just thought to bring up as a passing point. Okay, someone else take us somewhere else. Ozzy and Connor have already taken us places. Milan, take us someplace where we can actually have a conversation and it's not just you ranting.
Well, Christmas, a time of the year where families come together and eat a dead bird around a table. Before that, they give thanks to the people in black with tall hats that killed the Indians. What else? Connor, what kind of person are you? Are you an Italian?
I think maybe.
Are you a white man or are you ethnic? Tell me.
Okay, I'm 1/4 Hispanic. I am 1/8 Danish. I'm a hodgepodge.
So you have a
of-
little bit of flavor to you. Your
yeah,
blood
yeah.
is spicy. That is good.
Everybody knows what some Danish blood is.
Anyway, shut up. I'm fucking trying to talk up corner. Send me a pint of your blood.
Here it
To
is.
Australia. Do
Here it
that
is.
for Christmas. That will be my Christmas present. Anyway, yeah, I mean, apparently, if you find a person who is strong, and you kidnap them, and you make sure they don't have any AIDS or something like that, and you make sure they're your blood, you know, they match your blood type, you can... Did you motherfuckers mute me?
No.
No, we're just sitting
Good.
here
Let
in
you
fascinated
go.
silence.
You can actually sustain yourself on the blood of a stronger man. You inject it into your neck with a little hose, and you feel like a god. Like, oh, yeah, you have to find them now.
Okay,
I've
okay.
got to use
Never mind. I
It's
retract
correct,
my
that's
my
it.
And
question.
this is what
Okay,
it has to do with Christmas. It all makes sense. This is back. No, it really does. Back in the old days, back in ye old Celtic times, or Germanic times, back when people were like rugged and shit.
We got it. We
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
They had swords and shit. Basically, they had to give thanks to the winter god by killing pigs. And if there was a king that found a pea at the bottom of his wine glass, he would have to be sacrificed to appease the winter.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I've heard about
anyway.
that one. The Golden Bough was actually, the book of the Golden Bough was actually talking
No,
about
don't fucking encourage him.
How
Um,
dare you? You guys talking about fucking, oh yeah, it was a fun time when I was a kid in Christmas.
I didn't
And I'm
say it
like,
was always
I'm
fun.
talking
I said
about
it was Oh, dude. Human management, trust me. There's tantrums, there's crying, there's, like I said, there's one small branch. of my
Okay,
family
okay,
I have
okay.
been- But anyway,
All right, so I named a Christmas song I liked and many that just I cannot stand. So I'm gonna name a song I can't stand, and so is Ozzy. Wait, no, actually, I'm gonna name a song I like, and so is Ozzy. And then Connor and Milan have to name a Christmas song that they cannot fucking stand.
Oh, I got a plan.
All right.
why?
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with a Christmas song I actually do like that I haven't mentioned already. Is believe it or not, Blue Christmas. I do not really care for Elvis, but Blue Christmas is good.
I agree.
How about you, Ozzy?
I've never heard of the song Blue Christmas.
Really?
However, one of the reasons I
Christmas without you.
no, never heard it. I've heard of plenty of Elvis Presley stuff, just never that one particular song. Like I said, I limit my exposure. That's the reason I'm so chipper. Anyway, no, the song, one of the songs that I enjoyed, Sleigh Ride, because it annoys the crap out of my mum. Yeah, okay, that's probably the most white middle class thing I've ever said in my life. However, it is true. She had to listen. She had her kids working when she was a school teacher. She had her kids working on that for their choral singing, and she's heard it so many times as they were rehearsing it over and over that she eventually had it stuck in her head, and it started to make her psychotic. So yeah. Anyway, that's
All right,
what
Connor,
I
a
got.
Christmas song you cannot stand.
All right, where do I start? Last Christmas by insert any artist here.
Oh,
When the Wham version of Last Christmas is the least awful version of that song, you know you have a bad song on your hands.
Last Christmas.
What's that?
Oh, last
Into the
Christmas I gave you
toilet.
my heart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Insert the word Saturday, and the entire song is exactly the same. So, what else? Bruce Springsteen's Anything, insert here. Like Bruce Springsteen, Merry Christmas, baby! Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
yeah.
Let's see. Ozzy Osbourne and Jessica Simpson's duet of Winter Wonderland is hilariously
Okay,
awful.
that just doesn't count.
That's-
Anything with Jessica Simpson in it is gonna be
It's
awful.
hilariously awful, too. You gotta... let's see.
Sort of credit bad, if you will.
Insert any Christmas song by Taylor Swift here. I mean, that all her Christmas.
Oh God, I cannot stand Taylor Swift.
Okay.
You just earned like 10 awesome points.
So Taylor Swift's Christmas album, it sounds like everyone just whipped out their fake books and were just like playing as generic as they possibly can. Here's her singing Last Christmas. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. Now here's Taylor Swift singing, what's another thing a Santa Baby. I really want a yacht. It's not a lot. And also Santa Baby by insert artist here. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I hate that song. It's a golden.
Yeah, now if you want a commercialization of Christmas song, that's it.
Yeah, who wants to fuck Santa? That's a weird thing.
Well, if Hugh Hefner's Santa, then you have your answer. So.
Okay, how about you, Milan? What's a Christmas song that you legitimately cannot stand? Dude, do you keep like muting your mic or like going away or something? Milan Jeftik, paging Milan Jeftik, the Russian comic book geek. Please answer your page. You're needed on the floor.
The world needs you,
everybody
Milan.
report to the dance floor.
Okay,
Okay, so Milan
out.
weaseled his way out of this one. No, but like, so Connor, you've admitted that there are songs that drive you crazy. So does that feeling, you think could that feeling easily translate to other Christmas songs if you continue to hear them, or do you think that there's ones that just that you can listen to no matter how many times and you'll always enjoy it?
Well, that's also kind of one of the things where I've heard every Christmas song so many times that I'm pretty set in my ways. Like, I think Johnny Mathis sounds like a Jack in the Box singing songs. Like, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Like, everything he sounds like he's, like, jittering and fritzing out of his mind. But at the same time...
That's a song if it isn't.
The one that always cracks me up, and, like, here's a fact that I don't know why it took me this long to come up with, you know who, like, wrote the majority of, like, the, famous 50s Christmas songs?
Whom?
Bunch of Jewish guys.
What?
Yeah!
What did you say?
Bunch of Jewish writers wrote the majority of, like, the famous 50s Christmas songs.
Nice.
And Pat Boone sang. Like, don't get me wrong, they didn't sing them, but they wrote them.
Yeah.
But,
that's just that they got paid to do it, and they're like, okay. So, like, honestly, I remember as a kid, my complaint was, how come we never hear any Jewish songs in the Christmas season? Why is it always, besides Adam Sandler, of course, why don't we never hear any like, Hanukkah songs? And honestly, you do hear plenty of songs in the Christmas season written by Jews.
You just don't realize it.
Yeah, you just don't know.
No, I was gonna actually suggest to everybody, if you want to actually get some funny takes on the holiday songs that go overboard. And there is one last point I do want to make on this podcast once I'm done with that. But I was just going to say, check out the Funny Music Project. Anytime you skim through their their archives, you got songs like Santa Claus Goes Trick or Treating, where, like I said, it's pretty psychotic. But any song that has the phrase "Ho ho ho, you naughty little bastards," that's got some legs on it, So, yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm trying to track that down so you can pop in the links. But there is one thing I'll bring up here. The original, Christmas as we know it is based. The gift giving side of things is based on Saturnalia, this Roman holiday that once again was mentioned in the Boondocks. However, that shit got banned. They banned Christmas. They banned Saturnalia. Because it got so over the top, because it got in your face, and everyone was so overdoing it. So, like I said, I'm just waiting for someone to put like a national blanket ban here in Australia. I mean, we've banned cigarette commercials. I'm just waiting for someone to go, look, holiday songs are permissible from December 3rd until January 1st, because you'll be drunk and it's New Year's and you won't remember it. Outside of that, unless you're, like I did at one stage, singing it as a joke or a endearing song to your friends at karaoke, that's it. You will be slapped with a fine, you'll be thrown in jail if you do it twice, you'll be executed if you sing that song in jail. You know, the reasonable, normal steps must be taken to curtail this. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my ultimate thoughts on Christmas music just come to, it could be nice if it weren't completely consumerized, but the fact is, it is, and it cheapens any meaning that the songs might actually have. So, honestly, I just can't buy into it anymore. I've become such a cynical old man when it comes to Christmas.
Now,
I'm just like...
to maybe interject this too late into the conversation, if we're viewing this from a Durkheimian standpoint, maybe it's not its consumerist tendencies isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, what standpoint?
What?
Sorry,
A what standpoint?
Durkheimian?
Never heard of it.
Oh, Emil Durkheim?
Gonna look him up. Sounds fascinating.
Structural functionalist.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Just explain it briefly.
Yeah,
Do a
give me
tweet
the
summation of
version.
Durkheimianism.
Basically, he's the antithesis of Marxist, where Marxist always saw, kind of through a lot of the... Marxist was kind of one of the people who kind of just saw things as the bourgeoisie eating off the proletariat.
Yeah.
Emil Durkheim saw society as a living organism that had to constantly work together, and he always saw everything as a way of something functioning within society. So when you have, and so if it's a living organism, if there's conflict, it'll either die or something new and better will take its place.
Okay, that was not a tweet summation.
Yeah, but it's a good one.
That was my philosophy professor's challenge to us, is anytime we had to ask a question or make a summation of something, we had to do it in the form of a tweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really fucking hard, especially when we were talking about Heidegger.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Thank you for understanding how hard that is. Anyway, I don't know, I guess if you want to talk about struggles and stuff, sure, it's a struggle not to rip my ears off.
Take a
and I got
screwdriver,
big ears,
sharpen
so
it the
fairly-
fuck up, put it to your ear, and then pick up the hammer.
Ozzy, put it with the fucking links! There's 700 links!
Yeah.
Stop sending... I'm not putting any of the links in. Fuck the
Okay,
links.
fine.
Look at all the links. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Sorry. So I'll find a couple for you.
Ah,
One,
man. Dude,
three,
it's cool,
four,
man.
Oh, hi, Milan. What's up?
Oh, they're just three
Hold
links.
on.
They're just... Yeah, what's up, man? They're actually just 3 links. They just...
Oh, there's 6 links there. Anyway.
No,
Blunt,
it's actually just big links.
Blunt, shut the fuck up.
Okay, fine,
You
Jesus.
pulled your way out of a question earlier because you just fucked off. What is a Christmas song that you legitimately cannot stand? That is like poison to your ears.
I made noodles.
Well, I feel good.
Yeah, but I like all Christmas music. The thing is,
There's not one song that you just cannot stand.
after my religious experience, I like all things that humans make.
I'm questioning this because I'm pretty sure I can think of some stuff that you legitimately hate.
Like what?
So when I go to the toilet,
Let's see here. What's something that Milan legitimately cannot stand?
that's all.
How about anything made by hipsters?
I don't mind. Hipsters are nice people. You know, they're a little bit silly.
Well,
and-
you are a hipster, so I guess.
I'm a
Yeah.
what?
You're a hipster.
What the
I'm
fuck?
I'm
How
just
the
waiting.
fuck am I a hipster? I'm poor as shit. What the
That
fuck?
doesn't mean anything.
That's what I...
How am I a hipster? No, fuck
Establish
you.
this
See,
long
Fuck
ago.
you. You just insulted
Establish
my
this
honor.
long-
What the fuck? What you
Him
just
being,
called?
him being a hipster
How am I
has
a
nothing to do
hipster?
with financial status. He can just
We've already
he's not
discussed this.
poor,
Go
he's
back to the
ironic.
Star Wars video. Anyway, no, I don't know. I cannot honestly believe there's not one Christmas song that doesn't get on your nerves. Even Hippopotamus? Really? Even Hippopotamus doesn't get on your nerves?
What about a hippopotamus? What's wrong with a hippopotamus? What the fuck? You don't like
Jingle
hippopotamuses?
It's so freaking repetitive.
Yeah, get high, motherfucker.
Okay, fair.
Okay, well, I don't know how long we've been recording for, because I'm trying to remember when we started. think we started like 17 minutes in, so we actually do need to stretch this out a little further.
Yeah.
Connor, is there anything else you can think of to say?
No.
Damn. See, I was worried that we wouldn't be able to get a full hour out of this, a full hour and 15 out of this.
You could just let me talk.
No, because that doesn't ever work. That is literally never worked, not even once.
Well, okay. I
even
guess
one
I got a
time.
question for you. I guess I have something. What do you think about like original Christmas music? Because we have a lot of the standards. Everyone just kind of does a riff on stuff we've already heard 100 times. That's why Taylor Swift's Christmas album is absolutely awful, because it's just those same 10, 15 songs just played as bland as vanilla as possible.
That's the only reason.
But then we get stuff like an All I Want for Christmas Is You, which I'm not the biggest fan of that song, but it's got, its own thing going, and it isn't a cover of any kind. And then there's Step Into Christmas, which is the greatest Christmas song ever recorded by Elton John. And that song is... Oh, you look it up now. The bass is amazing.
Elton John, the bass is amazing.
No, his bassist is so ridiculously underrated. I don't even know his name, but I feel bad about it. But like,
yeah, all right, Elton John is, it's good bass.
Yeah. Okay. See, it's weird because like it seems like there's always one new Christmas song every year, but it never really sticks. Like I remember a couple years ago there was that "Shake Up the Happiness, It's Christmas Time" song. They used it in a Coke commercial.
Wasn't that song by Will
that
Smith?
No.
The thing about that is, Jeff, because back in the day nobody had the internet. People weren't making as many things as they are now. I mean, you didn't have. Well, of course, you don't have the. You didn't have that sense that you can find anything. If there was some cool fucking indie band and whatever, like did something cool, and you're like, oh man, that's a cool new song, but you only had to hear it if you lived in that town. But now everyone can spread their shit around. I can fucking listen to that, and it's like there's no point in being a hipster. Like the internet kind of destroyed that. It's just like cool shit. There's so much cool shit to like.
I'm gonna add on that a little. I mean, if you've seen the movie That Thing You Do, one of Tom Hanks' one, which I didn't mind. I thought it was actually a pretty good movie. But no, before you had the internet, and MySpace, believe it or not, is still a big place if you want to promote your band. What do you call it? MySpace, before they were doing MySpace, like you'd have producers and agents who'd prospect talents down at local gigs. I mean, that's one of the things about the Aussie music scene. If you can't make it live here, don't bother trying to make it in Australia. But yeah, that's just one thing right there. So yeah, but it's the same thing with Christmas songs. Like the trick was getting the right person to listen to your stuff. And that's one of the reasons, like you said, that's one of the reasons why the big the big record companies could have someone write a couple of Christmas hits, and why the guys who were selling stuff who wanted to promote consumerism got all their songs listened to. I mean, Santa Baby's a really good example of that one. I mean, companies still use that for advertising campaigns. Oy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where like new Christmas songs, like I say, it seems like there's a new one every year, but it just doesn't stay around to me. Like it's hard to think of, but the only one I can think of is that "Shake Up the Happiness" or whatever that was called, because that was around for maybe a year or two, but I haven't heard it this year yet. Conan did a really funny parody of that Coke commercial, because like I don't know if you guys have seen the commercial, but it's Santa with a snow globe, and he's like shaking it around, and like all the people in the snow globe are kind of like moving around all crazy like, and they're getting gifts. They're getting gifts in that way.
Something happy. Is that one?
Yeah, and so like Conan cut in clips from like disaster movies as Santa shakes the snow globe.
Right,
that was really funny. So I don't know. There's like I say, I don't think that new Christmas songs tend to stick around, and it's just because they're not nostalgic. But how can they become nostalgic if they don't keep coming
Right.
back.
But then you look at stuff like Blue Christmas, and that song was a #1 hit, and it played all year round when it came out.
Mm.
Like, that thing was huge. And then, I mean, I talk about covers I really like. I really like the Drifters cover of White Christmas, because it's just so completely different from the Bing Crosby version.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, do you think if people really sat down and tried to make like an artistically intelligent Christmas song, or maybe Christmas album that had like no covers or no standards, they just like made it all an original thing, do you think something has to stick out of that?
See, like, you'd think so, but then people wouldn't want to listen to it because it wouldn't remind them of their Christmases, though.
Right. I think it'd be a great like experiment. I think that would be really cool.
Well, I mean, there is a band that just did it. I was talking to a friend of mine at work about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, this band I like just released a Christmas album, and it's actually all original songs." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And the next question someone's going to ask me is, "What's the name of the band?" My answer for you is, "I don't fucking know."
Nice.
I don't pay attention to what people tell me. Connor's like Latin or something. I don't know.
I'm what?
I am painfully white.
Yeah.
No one knows where my mom's parents came from because she was adopted. So we assume it might be Persian, it might be Central American.
You just make shit up, then.
Yeah, no, I always like, I'm part Persian, thank you very much. I don't like you saying that I'm a terrorist. So
Nice.
my people aren't terrorists, sir. So
yeah, it's one of those things where you can just come up with whatever you want.
people are like,
Connor,
you're white, yeah, so that means your family owns slaves. Like, hey, my grandparents, my great grandparents were fishermen, and therefore they most likely are probably slaves themselves. So don't you put words in my mouth, woman, or something like.
Kind of like, I'm a quartered Chinese.
Yeah.
And now you know, kids.
You just make shit up.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
my mom's adopted, so I just get to make up whatever ethnicity I feel like.
Yeah, she was
like, I watched the Bruce Lee movies, and I did karate after, so clearly I'm part Chinese.
Ladies and gentlemen, a look into Tumblr. I think seriously stupid.
So back to the Christmas point. No, honestly, new Christmas songs won't catch on until they actually become really popular and are able to connect with people nostalgically.
But look at All I Want for Christmas Is You. Like, that wasn't a cover. That was a, like...
But when did that come out?
It was like the 90s.
Really?
Yeah.
I can check that.
Thank you.
Just give me a
Celine,
second.
the Mariah Carey.
Wow, see, I always thought that was a cover.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, did you ever get that, though, where, like, some songs don't sound like they're from the era they're from? Like, I have that with the Carpenters. I listen to a lot of their stuff, and it sounds like it's really, like, from the 40s or 50s, but it just somehow managed, like, to come out in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And that just blows my fucking mind. Like, what is it? Did they do Heart and Soul? I was just listening to one of their songs the other day. They had a lot of stuff where I'm like, wow, shit, that was the 70s?
1994.
Oh,
okay.
Boom. Okay, so...
No, but there's
I've
a lot of
got the
songs
link,
like
but
that
I've
where...
been prohibited from doing that.
Yeah, no fucking links, you ass.
Little bit of
Awesome,
venom.
ripping at
Just a
goddamn
little bit.
links. No, I'm gonna get even meaner.
So,
Oh.
I guess...
This is what I like about Ian. He's got like that. What kind of Spaniard are you? You got some kind of spice in you. Colombian?
Yeah, something like that.
What are
I
you?
don't even know. Like, my mom says we came over on the boat with Cortez, but I find that incredibly difficult to believe, considering Cortez came over with, like, what, 500 dudes? That seems really, really implausible to me. I think someone just lied to her to take her money. Or not even to her, like, grandmother or whatever, when they decided to go do a genealogy. I find that incredibly difficult to do.
But you do look kind of like an Arab, so where does that come from?
That's just you being a racist.
No!
Yeah,
That's what the father of your girlfriend said. You told me that
we
yourself.
all look dodgy, so yeah.
So all brown people look alike.
I said we all look dodgy. That includes me, amigo.
Yeah. I
Anyway.
don't know,
Ozzy
racist.
Griffin is blessed with the whitest of skin. Yeah.
As far
Which,
as
as
I
we all know
respond to
from
that.
Mormonism,
Holy
he is
crap.
the one with the least sin.
Speaking of
Where are the Mormon
Merry
Christmas
Christmas,
songs?
America.
That's what I want to know.
on the topic of racial ignorance and Christmas, what about the Band-Aid "Do They Know It's Christmas" song?
Okay,
Have you
I
guys-
take it back what I said before. That's a song I can't stand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see red every time I hear that song. I mean,
Well,
it was
tonight,
worse, it's
thank
worse
God
than
it's
commercialism.
them.
It's worse than commercialism when you hear that song. It's like, there's a lot of people doing it harder than you, and you're an awful, awful person. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you with a big rusty pole. I am gonna get that pole, let you get acquainted with old Rusty, and then I'm gonna fucking kill you with a baseball bat while the pole is in you. Fuck you and everyone who made that song. No wonder Bob Geldof is seen as a has-been.
Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Look, there was this whole thing in the 1980s about celebrities using their celebrity power to help people in need. I mean, Bono...
Oh, wait, can I tell a joke? Can I tell, my favorite joke of all time about this subject?
Bring it on.
Okay, so Bono's doing a concert, and, he finishes up a song, and then he quiets down the crowd, and he once the crowd is dead quiet, he claps his hands. And then it's quiet, no one knows what's going on, so he claps his hands again. And then it's quiet, no one still knows what's going on, so he claps his hands again. And then he whispers into the microphone, "Every time I clap my hands, a child in Africa dies." And then someone from the audience goes, "Well, quit fucking doing it!"
God damn it, Bono had such great international power. Every time he clapped his hands, one of his fucking minions would kill a little black child.
No, but at the same time, as racist as "Do They Know It's Christmas" is, I want to share a Coke with the world, you know? I want to give the world a Coke. That's a good, commercialism, sure, but still, that's a good fucking song.
It was a good
Coke
song
has really
before
done some
Coke
good-ass
evolved it.
branding with Christmas. Just saying.
The only water flowing is a bitter stream of tears.
Sorry, I get that.
Yeah, I don't know. Share a Coke with the world's a good song. I don't care what anyone says.
It's catchy enough, and let's be honest, that's a message I can get behind. You want to share a drink with everybody, fine, as long as you're paying. That's fine. No, seriously.
Hey, everyone, you know that drink we all shared together? Well, I left my wallet back at my house. Maybe if everyone could just pay their own way, it'll all work out. So, yeah, okay, I think we stretched this out enough. Is there any final thoughts anyone wanted to get out? Not Milan, because he's just going to rant like a crazy person.
How dare you? I find that very offensive. I'm not a crazy
Good.
person.
I like Christmas music, but not all Christmas
I don't.
music.
I like everything.
Yeah, hipster.
Milan likes getting fucked up the ass with rusty poles.
Yes, I
Sorry,
do. It's rather refreshing, to be honest.
And then beaten to death with a baseball bat.
Oh, it's the best of things.
That's my fault.
Milan is like the least critical person in the world. It's amazing. You could give this dude a shit sandwich, and he'll be like, yum.
You
Thank
could give
you.
him
You made this
Caligula,
yourself?"
and he would love it.
Yeah, I mean, really.
You guys don't understand the benefits of excess, you know?
Yeah, he's got a point. Hedonism
Yeah.
spot there has a point. Anyway,
Okay, so Connor, you're joining us next week, correct?
Sure, yeah, sounds good.
Okay. I'll let you pick, since you couldn't think of a discussion topic last week. I'll let you pick. You can pick a Christmas, or if you want to be bold, a holiday movie for us to discuss next week.
holiday.
Or it doesn't necessarily have to be a movie. It can be something else reviewed.
Man, I love movies. Okay, so I'm going to say it's just in theaters. Let's watch Krampus. See what we think.
Krampus?
I haven't seen
Krampus.
it.
I've never heard of
It
this.
just came out today. It's in theaters right now.
Oh, it's just in theaters.
Yeah,
huh?
it's written and directed by the guy who gave us Trick or Treat, the 2008 vignette horror film.
Is it? Wait, hold on. I gotta ask. Is it a full release? Or
Yeah,
is it
it's
like
a wide release. It's the only movie
Okay.
film in wide release. It stars Adam Scott and David Koechner, and it's kind of about this family who is the in-laws come over, and then there's some family
so it's like
troubles.
a Christmas horror movie.
And then
Okay.
instead of Saint Nicholas coming, the Krampus comes to take away the children and whatnot. So
Okay, sounds good. All right,
Yeah.
really unique pick, fairly fresh pick. Cool. Milan, do you think you'd be able to make that or no? Since you'd have to go watch a movie in the theaters.
I'm sure I can watch a goddamn movie.
Well, in the theaters is what I'm.
Oh, definitely. I can. I don't know.
I don't even know if it's released in Australia. Maybe you should actually look this up before
I'll
you.
check that for you, actually.
I might have to stab a nun for the money, but you know.
I like that. That's your go-to for how to get money. It's not
Oh.
just rob any individual; it's stab a nun specifically.
Yes, come on. They look like little penguins, and don't you just hate penguins? I hate penguins.
There we go. We found something Milan doesn't like.
Oh
Happy
my
feet.
God, it's true. I despise. No, actually, you know what? Actually, penguins are kind of cute. I like penguins.
See, now he's just trolling me.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm serious. I got this momentary lapse of mind, and then I imagined some penguins, waddling across the snow, and my heart melted, and I feel good, and now I like penguins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ozzy, what's the word?
I'm
Is
trying to see
Krampus
if that's
out?
been released yet here in Australia. Sorry, still looking at that. Yeah, give me a second. Because if not, release date.
Krampus, Australia. Let's see here. Release dates.
New movies, release dates, upcoming.
This is fascinating audio. Oh, it was released today for you guys.
Suffragette, Star Wars, Force Awakens. Still think that's reserved, but hang on. How do you spell Krampus?
Krampus.
Yeah, it's just like it sounds.
That was impressive. Goddamn.
I'm looking at it. Don't give me too much credit. Yeah, Connor, the only thing is, with such an international crew, we actually have to make sure that movies come out. Because, like, one time we did the Lego movie,
Oh, yeah.
and that didn't come out for, like, another 2 months in Australia.
Oh, I love
It's
that movie.
estimated between December 2015 and February 2016.
Oh.
So yeah,
well,
that's
if you
gonna
guys-
be kind of
if-
difficult.
Well,
Also, I don't really do
all your-
horror movies very often. That's why I kind of like
Shut the fuck up! I'm sitting here trying to tell you instructions.
Sorry, man.
Both of you call your movie theaters. I'll see if I can get a third person as a backup.
What?
And call your movie theaters. Figure out if Krampus is going to be playing, and if you can go see it, and if you will be there, and then get back to me. All right, everyone. So thank you for dealing with our logistics. Until next time, I'm the philosopher.
I'm the madman.
I am your ever-loving all-American host.
I am a lover of Christmas music.
There we go. And we are your geeky gentlemen, and we will be discussing things.